Dear friends, welcome back. In this video, I'd like to continue Bandit series on the OverTheWire platform. The level I'm going to do will be level 11. Here's some description for this level. The password for the next level is stored in this file, data.txt file, which contains base64 encoded data. Obviously, we are going to deal with base64 encoded data. In order to get the data, we need to decode this kind of encoded data. As you know, base64 is one way to convert binary data into ASCII text. This is safer to transport data over network. And I will demonstrate 4 different approaches to decode base64 encoded data. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated. So without further ado, let's just get started. We can head over to Kali Linux VM. First of all, we need to SSH to the target. Let me grab the previous command. As before, I used the option of -p to specify this unusual port number. So now we can press enter. Now it's asking us to supply the password for the user, Bandit 10. No problem, we can paste from clipboard. Now we are in the target machine. I think it's better I press keys Ctrl, Shift, and L to clear the screen to get a bigger space on the screen. Next, I'd like to run command. For me, I always put or specify the option of A, which means all, L, long list, H means the human readable size format. So now we can press enter. And this is the file which contains base64 encoded data. But I think it would be wiser to check its exact file type by running command file. Indeed, this is a ASCII text file. And then we can use many commands to retrieve its content, like a cat, data. Yes, indeed, this file contains base64 encoded data. Okay, so to decode, we can take different approaches. The first one I'd like to show you is built-in command base64. We can use operator of a pipe. And, pipe operator allow us to execute multiple commands one by one. And output of the previous command will be the input to the next command. Okay? So now, of course, base64, this command can do encoding and also decoding. To decode, we need to specify the option of -d. Okay? So the password is this one. And if you don't like this part, we can extract the last part. Okay, no problem. We can make another pipe and the pipe to AWK. AWK is very powerful text manipulation tool. In this case, we use AWK to extract field from the output. By default, we can use space as field separator. Okay, and now we can use curly brace print, and this I think the first field, second, third, fourth. So we can put fourth and curly braces again. Now I think we can get actual password for the next level. So now, just now I have already demonstrated how to use built-in Linux command to decode base64 encoded data. Next, I'd like to show you how to use Python. Python is very great programming language, which can help us to do a lot of jobs, including encoding and decoding. And because here the task what we are going to complete is very simple, so we do not need to use any editor. We can launch the interactive Python environment, and we need to check the Python version. The version of Python 2 is not there. So how about Python 3? Python 3 is there, so we can launch its interactive Python environment. And first of all, we need to import the module base64. This is a built-in Python module. And if you don't know how to use its decode method or function, and besides using Google to make some research, we can utilize its built-in help base64, and then you can get all of available functions and or classic, maybe more just functions. So let me go back. Yeah, this one, or even can support 32-bit. Yeah, this one is what I'm looking for. So now we can use base64 decode, and we can, maybe we need to open this file, open, and this should be data text with read-only mode as F, and then we can data is read line. And we can print the data. Okay, now, data variable stores the content of the file. Okay, next we can base64, and the method is base64 decode. We can use tab to autocomplete the method name, and we can pass the data. And here, this method returns the bytes, so we need to make another decode UTF-8. Okay, so now we can get the same result. So now we can exit from the interactive Python. And the next approach I'd like to show you is utilizing openssl package or utility. So we can cut out the data again and pipe to openssl and base64, and with option of D. Okay, so now we can get the same result. Of course, also we can AWK. Oh, I made a mistake. I forgot to put the pipe operator between different commands. Okay, so so far I have already demonstrated 3 ways to decode base64 encoded data. And last of all, we also can use the CyberChef, this website, or this is Swiss knife, which can support a lot of different algorithm, and we can copy the encoded data here and select operation. Maybe I can do it from scratch. We can select the operation or algorithm, and then you can get the same output. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.